The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Did you know that the ancient Stoics had a secret? A secret so powerful, it allowed them to face life's toughest challenges with a calm mind and a resilient heart. Imagine possessing the strength to meet adversity with a smile, to turn every obstacle into a stepping stone. This isn't just about enduring hardship, it's about transforming every moment of your life into an opportunity for growth and happiness. Welcome, my friends, to a journey back in time, to the wisdom of the Stoics, and forward into your own life, where this ancient wisdom is more relevant and needed than ever. Today, we're not just learning history. We're unlocking the secrets to living a life of purpose, peace, and unshakable joy. Stay with me as we explore how Stoicism isn't just a philosophy. It's a practical guide to living your best life, no matter what the world throws your way. Get ready to be inspired, to challenge your perceptions, and to see the world through the eyes of some of the greatest minds of ancient times. Before we dive into the transformative wisdom of Stoicism, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. There's absolutely no harm in doing so, and you're about to embark on a journey that's unlike any other. And remember, you're different from the majority, an exception in a world of norms, so don't skip any part of this video. Every moment is crafted with you in mind. Number 1. Happiness is within your reach. How often have we found ourselves saying, "I'll be happy when..." Fill in the blank with whatever fits your life. I'll be happy when I get that job promotion. I'll be happy when I buy that new car. Or even, I'll be happy when the weekend finally arrives. It's like we're constantly postponing our happiness, waiting for something outside of ourselves to trigger it. But here's where the Stoics come in with a game-changing perspective. Stoicism teaches us a profound truth. Happiness isn't something that just happens to us. It's not a prize to be won or a destination to reach. Instead, happiness is something we create for ourselves through the way we perceive and interact with the world around us. It's about taking control of what's within our power, our thoughts, our attitudes, our reactions, and letting go of everything else that's beyond our control. Think about it. How many times have we let a rainy day ruin our mood? But here's a Stoic twist. When life seems like a rainy day, remember, you have the power to choose how you respond. You can either dance in the rain, embracing the moment with joy and laughter, or you can sulk about getting wet, letting something as trivial as weather dictate your happiness. The choice, my friends, is entirely yours. This isn't just about weather, of course. It's a metaphor for life. The Stoics are reminding us that life will throw all sorts of weather our way, sunny days, stormy nights, and everything in between. And while we can't control the weather itself, we can control how we choose to experience it. Do we let challenges dampen our spirits, or do we find a way to dance through the storms? Now, I'm not saying this is easy. It's a practice, something we have to work on every day. But the beauty of Stoicism is that it gives us the tools to do just that. It teaches us to observe our reactions, to question our assumptions about what it means to be happy, and to gradually shift our mindset from one of passive expectation to active creation. So, the next time you catch yourself waiting for happiness to come knocking, remember this Stoic wisdom. Ask yourself, what's within my control right now? How can I create my own happiness in this moment? It might be as simple as choosing to be grateful for what you have, finding joy in the small things, or deciding to smile, even when you don't feel like it. Number 2. The impermanence of life. The Stoics had this beautiful way of looking at life, seeing it as a series of moments, each one fleeting and unique. They believed that everything around us, every experience, every joy, and every hardship is temporary. This isn't meant to be a gloomy outlook, but rather a liberating one. It's a reminder to truly live in each moment, to appreciate the now, because the now is all we ever really have. So when you're experiencing those peak moments, those times when everything just seems to click and life feels like a smooth ride, soak them in. Bask in the sunlight of those moments with deep gratitude. These are the times to fill up your happiness tank, to store memories that you can cherish and look back on. The Stoics would say that it's not just about enjoying these moments, it's about appreciating them for the precious fleeting gifts that they are. But what about when life gets tough? Because let's be honest, it will. That's just part of the human experience. Here's where Stoic wisdom shines even brighter. They teach us that even in the midst of adversity, there's a steadiness, a resilience that we can tap into. Because just like those beautiful moments of joy, tough times are also temporary. They too shall pass. This perspective is incredibly empowering. Imagine facing life's challenges with the knowledge that they're not permanent. This doesn't mean that the challenges are any less real or difficult, but it does mean that we can face them with a different mindset. It's about standing firm in the storm, knowing that the sun will shine again. It's like watching the seasons change. Each one brings its own beauty, challenges and lessons, but none of them last forever. Life is constantly in motion, and when we understand and accept the impermanence of everything, we can live more fully, more fearlessly. So the next time you find yourself either on top of the world or in the depths of despair, remember this Stoic principle. Embrace the impermanence of life. Let it teach you to live more deeply, to hold on to the good times with gratitude, and to face the tough times with the courage and the knowledge that they are just part of the journey, a journey that's always moving, always changing. Number 3, life isn't always fair. This is a reality we can't change. But, and this is a big but, it also tells us that our power lies not in the cards we're dealt, but in how we play them. It's our reaction to life's inequalities, the choices we make in the face of adversity that truly defines us. Let's sit with that for a moment. It's not about the obstacles themselves, but how we choose to respond to them. Stoicism invites us to shift our focus from lamenting our fate to actively shaping our journey. It's a call to arms, to take what we have, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and carve out a life of meaning and purpose despite the odds. Now I know this is easier said than done. When you're in the thick of it, facing challenges that seem insurmountable, it can be tough to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But here's where the Stoic practice of reframing our perspective comes into play. It's about looking at our struggles through a different lens, seeing them as opportunities for growth, for proving to ourselves what we're made of. Think of it as being the sculptor of your own life. Each challenge, each unfair turn of events is a block of marble. And you've got the chisel and hammer in hand, ready to shape something beautiful out of it. It's not about the imperfections in the marble, but about what you make of it. This Stoic mindset encourages us to take ownership of our lives, to stop playing the victim card. Yes, we might not have control over everything that happens to us, but we always have a choice in how we react. Do we let the unfairness of life defeat us, or do we rise above it, using it as a stepping stone towards becoming stronger, wiser, more compassionate beings? And here's the silver lining. When we start to live this way, embracing Stoicism's teachings, we begin to find a deep sense of satisfaction, not because life suddenly becomes fair, but because we're living in alignment with our values, our principles. We're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead, we're actively engaging with life, making conscious choices that reflect who we are and who we want to be. So, my friends, let's take this tough pill to swallow and turn it into a source of strength. Let's accept life's unfairness, not with resignation, but with resolve. Let's use it as fuel to propel us forward, to carve out a life of meaning and purpose. Because at the end of the day, it's not the fairness of the journey that matters, but the courage, the resilience, and the integrity we bring to it. Number 4. The Stoics' Guide to Risk-Taking. This isn't about being reckless. It's about recognizing that the greatest risk in life is, paradoxically, never taking one. It's about understanding that true growth, fulfillment, and even happiness often lie just on the other side of our comfort zones. The Stoics, with their profound insight into human nature and the workings of the world, remind us that life is inherently uncertain. We can't control the outcomes of our actions with absolute certainty. But here's the kicker. They also tell us that this uncertainty shouldn't paralyze us. Instead, it should liberate us. Why? Because once we accept that uncertainty is just part of the game, we can focus on what we truly have control over: our decisions, our actions, our willingness to embrace the unknown. Think about it. Every major leap in human history, every great love story, every breakthrough innovation started with someone taking a risk. Someone decided to step into the unknown, to pursue something with no guarantee of success. And yes, not every risk leads to a win. But Stoicism teaches us that there's value in the attempt itself. It's in taking these leaps that we discover our strength, our resilience, and sometimes we even surprise ourselves with what we're capable of. So what does taking a risk look like in a Stoic sense? It's not about being fearless. It's about being brave. Bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward even when you're scared. Whether it's telling someone how you feel, making a career switch that aligns more closely with your passions, or standing up for a cause you believe in, it's about listening to that voice inside you that says, "What if?" and not letting the "but what if I fail" hold you back. This is where Stoicism really shines. It provides us with a framework for risk-taking that balances courage with wisdom. It's about evaluating our options, considering the potential outcomes, but ultimately, it's about taking action, because inaction, the Stoics argue, is a risk in itself, the risk of stagnation, of never knowing what could have been, of looking back on life with a heart full of regrets. So, how do we apply this Stoic wisdom to our lives? Start small. Take a risk in an area of your life where the stakes feel manageable. Notice how it feels to step out of your comfort zone and pay attention to what you learn from the experience, regardless of the outcome. Gradually, as your confidence grows, so will your willingness to embrace bigger risks. And remember, the goal isn't to become reckless. It's to become more alive, more engaged with our own lives. It's about making the most of the time we have, pursuing what truly matters to us, and living with the kind of purpose and passion that only comes from being willing to take a leap. Number 5. Living in the present. The Stoics, with their keen insights into human nature, recognize that our minds are often pulled in two directions: towards the past with nostalgia or regret, and towards the future with worry or anticipation. But here's the thing: life, in all its richness, complexity, and beauty, is happening in this very moment. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. Living in the present is like discovering a secret garden that's been right behind your house all along. It's always been there, quietly waiting for you to step in and explore its beauty. The present moment is where you can truly feel alive, where you can fully engage with the people around you, appreciate the beauty of your surroundings, and find joy in the simple things. Now, embracing the present doesn't mean abandoning all thoughts of the past or future. The Stoics weren't suggesting we live without regard for what's to come or forget our experiences. Rather, they were advocating for a balanced approach. Learn from the past, plan for the future, but don't dwell there. The past is a place of reference, not residence, and the future is a canvas, not a cage. Imagine you're walking through a forest, but you're so focused on the path ahead, or the path you've just walked, that you miss the sound of the leaves rustling, the sight of the sunlight filtering through the trees, the smell of the earth after rain. That's what happens when we're not present. We miss the beauty and richness of life as it's happening. So how do we practice living in the present? Start by tuning into your senses. What do you hear, see, smell, feel right now? It's about becoming an active participant in your life rather than a passive observer. When you're having a conversation, really listen to the other person. When you're eating, savor each bite. When you're walking, notice the movement of your body and the environment around you. The Stoics also teach us about the importance of gratitude in living in the present. Gratitude anchors us to the now, reminding us of the value and beauty of the current moment. It's about appreciating what we have here and now, rather than always reaching for something else, something next. Living in the present is a practice, something we can get better at with time and intention. It's about gently bringing our minds back when they wander to the past or future, reminding ourselves that life, in all its impermanence and imperfection, is happening right now. Number 6. The trap of overthinking. The Stoics were no strangers to the complexities of the human mind. They knew all too well the trap of overthinking and the paralysis it can cause. Their solution? Action. It sounds almost too simple, but therein lies its beauty and effectiveness. Instead of getting lost in your head, swirling in endless circles of what if and should I, the Stoics advise us to take a step, any step. It's about moving from passive ruminating to active doing. Now, let's unpack this a bit because it's crucial. The idea isn't to take reckless action or make hasty decisions without thought. Stoicism doesn't advocate for impulsivity. Rather, it's about breaking the cycle of overthinking by taking intentional, thoughtful action towards something productive. It's about recognizing when our thoughts are no longer serving us, when they're not leading to clarity or solutions, but are instead spiraling into unhelpful territory, and choosing to redirect our energy into something tangible. Think about it. How often have you felt stuck in a decision, weighing every possible outcome, only to find yourself more confused and anxious than when you started? Now, compare that to a time when you decided to just do something, anything related to the issue at hand. Maybe it was starting a small part of a project, talking to someone about your thoughts, or simply writing down your options. Didn't that feel better? That's the power of action. It cuts through the noise in our heads and creates momentum, propelling us forward, even if it's just a tiny step. Stoicism teaches us that action is the antidote to anxiety and indecision for a reason. It moves us from a state of passive dwelling to one of active engagement with our lives. It's a reminder that we have agency, that we're not just spectators of our own lives, but participants who can shape our path, even in small ways. Moreover, taking action aligns perfectly with the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within our control. We can't control the outcome of every situation, but we can control our actions and reactions. By choosing to take a step forward, we're exercising our agency, asserting our ability to influence our path, even amidst uncertainty. So how do we put this into practice? Start small. If you find yourself overthinking, ask, what's one small action I can take right now that moves me in the direction I want to go? It could be as simple as organizing your thoughts on paper, setting a small, achievable goal for the day, or reaching out to someone for advice or support. Remember, the goal here isn't to eliminate thoughtful consideration or planning. Those are important, But when you notice your thoughts are going in circles, bringing more stress than clarity, that's your cue. It's time to shift from thinking to doing. Number 7. Following your heart. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of living in accordance with our nature, which includes pursuing what genuinely resonates with us. This isn't just about chasing fleeting pleasures or external successes. It's about connecting with what truly matters to us on a deeper level. When we talk about following your heart, it's easy to imagine it as simply doing what feels good in the moment. But Stoicism invites us to look further, to delve into what ignites our soul, what aligns with our core values, and what brings us a sense of purpose. The Stoics would argue that life's too short to spend on paths that don't light your fire. This isn't just about job satisfaction or career achievements. It's about the essence of who we are and how we choose to spend our precious time on this earth. The notion that choosing a career that resonates with your soul means you'll never work a day in your life might sound like an idealistic dream to some. Yet, when we peel back the layers, it's deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. It's about finding joy and fulfillment, not in the absence of challenge, but in the pursuit of something that is profoundly rewarding. Now, finding this path isn't always easy. It requires self-reflection, honesty, and sometimes the courage to make tough decisions. It might mean stepping away from the conventional or expected, facing uncertainty, or even dealing with the disbelief of others. But here's where the Stoic concept of courage comes into play. Courage, in the Stoic sense, isn't just about bravery in the face of danger. It's about the inner strength to pursue what you believe in, even when it's hard. So, how do we apply this? Start by asking yourself what you're passionate about. What activities make you lose track of time? What topics could you read about or discuss for hours on end? These are clues, but it's not just about passion in the fleeting sense. It's about purpose. What makes you feel like you're contributing to something bigger than yourself? This is where true fulfillment lies. Following your heart, in the Stoic sense, also means preparing to face obstacles with resilience. It's not a guarantee of an easy path. Instead, it's about being so aligned with your purpose that you're willing to navigate challenges because the journey and the destination are worth it. Remember, the pursuit of passion and purpose isn't a one-time decision. It's a continuous journey, one that may evolve as you grow and learn more about yourself and the world around you. It's about staying true to yourself, reassessing and realigning as needed. Number 8. The power of your mind. Our thoughts shape our reality. This isn't just a nice-sounding phrase. It's a fundamental principle of Stoicism and, indeed, of living a meaningful life. The Stoics taught that while we may not have control over external events, we have control over our thoughts and reactions to those events. It's a powerful reminder that our perception of reality is, in many ways, crafted by our own minds. Now think about that for a moment. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your most formidable foe. This isn't about engaging in a constant battle with yourself. Rather, it's about understanding and harnessing the immense power your thoughts wield over your life. It's about cultivating a mindset of growth, resilience, and positivity. A growth mindset, a concept that aligns beautifully with Stoic philosophy, is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. It's the antithesis of a fixed mindset, which suggests that our talents and intelligence are static, unchangeable traits. The Stoics, though they didn't use the term growth mindset, embodied this idea in their teachings. They believed in the capacity for personal development, in the potential for each individual to cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance through deliberate practice. Resilience, another cornerstone of Stoic thought, is about bouncing back from adversity, learning from experiences, and continuing forward with a deeper understanding and strength. It's about recognizing that life will inevitably throw challenges our way, but it's our response to those challenges that defines us. Stoicism offers tools to build this resilience, such as focusing on what is within our control, preparing ourselves mentally for potential difficulties, and practicing gratitude. Positivity, in the Stoic sense, isn't about ignoring reality or plastering a smile on your face regardless of how you feel. It's about maintaining a hopeful and optimistic outlook, even in the face of challenges. It's about seeing the opportunity for growth in every situation and focusing on the potential for good. This doesn't mean we won't have moments of sadness, anger, or frustration. Stoicism acknowledges the full range of human emotions, but teaches us not to be overwhelmed or defined by them. So, how do we cultivate this mindset? It starts with awareness, being mindful of our thoughts and the impact they have on our emotions and actions. It involves challenging negative or unhelpful thought patterns and replacing them with more constructive ones. This is a practice, something to be worked on every day, and it's about choosing, consciously and deliberately, to align our thoughts with the kind of life we want to lead. Remember, the goal here isn't perfection, it's progress. It's about making a conscious effort to guide our thoughts in a direction that serves us, that builds us up rather than tears us down. It's about fostering a mind that supports our goals, dreams, and values, a mind that is an ally on our journey through life. And there we have it, my friends, a journey through the profound wisdom of Stoicism, exploring how the power of our minds, the pursuit of our passions, and the embrace of the present moment can truly transform our lives. Remember, it's not just about understanding these principles, it's about living them, making them a part of our daily existence. As we part ways today, I want you to carry with you this simple yet powerful thought. Your life is a masterpiece in the making, and every thought, every action is a brushstroke on the canvas of your existence. Paint wisely, paint boldly. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Stoic Journal. Your presence, your willingness to explore and grow, is what makes this community so incredibly special. If you're inspired to dive deeper, check out one of the suggested videos on the screen. There's so much more wisdom to explore, and I can't wait to continue this journey with you. Until next time, remember to live with purpose, embrace the moment, and let the wisdom of Stoicism guide you through the tapestry of life. Thank you for being here, for being a part of this journey.